Dave, let me just ask you this question. Brad Brach, he supposedly is part of a trade rumor that includes either Jay Bruce or Curtis Granderson. Apparently the Orioles have said no to that. Would you trade Brad Brach for an outfielder?
Well, it depends on who the outfielder is. And Brad Brach is a versatile guy. Some teams may even, who knows, because he's been a guy that's pitched more than 2 innings at a time in his career. He's a guy that maybe somebody says, look, let's stretch this guy out. He pitched in 70, 71 games last year, and that's a lot of games. And he's so versatile that you wonder how could the Orioles do without him, especially with O'Day coming back, who had really for the first time some injury concerns, more than just a 15-day DL stint last year. So that's a concern. Britton's been really healthy and very successful since he's been in that role now for about a year and a little bit plus maybe more than a little bit more than 2.5. 2.5,
yeah.
Right. So I think when you look at the Brach situation, yeah, I wouldn't go for Granderson and then have to pay Granderson's salary too. No, I wouldn't do that.
$15 million for him.
Yeah, so I'm not doing that. But Duquette's been quoted this afternoon as saying he wouldn't be opposed to trading a Brach-like type pitcher. Like, well,
who's
okay,
that?
that's pretty vague.
How broad?
But he didn't say Brach, but Brach-like.
Right.
Well, there's not a lot of guys that had a Brach-like year. So I don't know really what exactly that means. But you look, their strength is the bullpen. So you have to deal from your strength sometimes. And there are teams that need a guy in the 7th or 8th inning. Brach can do that. He gets righties and lefties out. He can pitch more than an inning. So he's a guy that look, if you need to get, it's 2 outs in the 6th, he can bridge the gap. He can get you to your closer. It doesn't matter who's coming up, lefty or righty. So he's a valuable guy. He's not making a lot of money. And at this point in time, he would have some value. It's just, do the Orioles feel with the combination of Givens on the right side and Donnie Hart from the left side, can they mix and match to get to O'Day in the 8th and then get to Britton in the 9th? And if they feel they can do that, and they feel that health-wise they'll be okay, then Brach is expendable. But to me, he would be costly to other teams, so you got to get the value.
There's 3 ways to acquire talent, right, guys? You can sign free agents, you can trade prospects, or you can trade major league talent. The Orioles don't have a lot of elite-level prospects right now that they feel comfortable dealing with. They've made some free agent splashes the last few years that maybe haven't worked out as well as they would have liked with some of the starting pitching that they've brought in. So when you do have a strength, and you're talking about the bullpen, that's an opportunity for you to go out and improve the other areas of your team. That might be the one, main area that they can target. If they don't have the prospects to deal and they're a little hesitant to go throw around $100 million contracts or close to it, then you have to look to how can you improve your team. And maybe it comes from dealing one of those relievers.
To me, they are also a team, as I said with the Nats, they're built to win right now. You got Jones on the contract for 18. They got, I don't want to name them all. They got a bunch of guys by 18. At the end of 18, they could be gone. And you can't keep everybody. So to me, their window also is right now. So Brach, for a guy who is a piece of the puzzle that is a big time piece, maybe a leadoff guy, something like a Granderson, maybe a little younger than Granderson, or Granderson, but don't have to pay all that money for a year or two. And then, yeah, you have to look at that. That's why I say any deal any player could be dealt for the right player coming back.